This is a 12.8 volt 100 amp hour lithium-iron-phosphate battery from Redodo. It's a size group 24. It's a smart battery. It's got a Bluetooth app. The information on top right here. 100 amp BMS. Comes with terminal screws, battery with handles, and the product manual. Let's see what's inside. So, product manual and this information poster. Capacity while shipping, precautions. Yeah. Storage information, and they sent me some cool stickers. Maybe I'll decorate my RV. Alright, so the battery is fully charged. Now let's do a capacity test. See how many amp hours we get. Do a 10 amp test. Like that. Now let's just wait and see. The capacity test is completed and we landed on 101.59 amp hours, which is a pass for a 100 amp hour battery. Alright, so already connected the clamp meter, inverter, and hooked up a heat gun. Now let's see if it cuts off. 5 amps. 66 amps. 144. And there we go. It cuts off. So the overcurrent protection is working. Let's try it one more time. And it resets. That's pretty nice. Sometimes the battery goes into a protective state. It can last what seems like forever, but this bounced back right away. Let's do the load test one more time. 5 amps. 66 amps. And 145. 2, 3, 4, 5. So about 7 to 8 seconds and it cut off. Nice. Let's find something to cut this thing open with and take a look inside. Alright, so I cut it open. This is what it looks like. 4 cells in series. The blinking thing is the Bluetooth module. It's bolted and glued, same as your negative wire right here. You see the negative going from the BMS to a bus bar system and down there. Let's see if I can take the entire battery pack out of the enclosure. Alright, so I got it out. Looks like we got a heating system for when the internal battery temperature drops below a certain threshold. The battery is receiving charge. The heating will start and the battery will start charging at about 4 to 5 degrees Celsius. That's nice. Got your temp sensor right here. Let's test the high temperature protection and low temp protection. With the heated batteries, the low temp protection is not always kicking in, but we'll give it a go. Alright, so I added a small charge using a DC power supply. Got your temp sensor right here. First, let's test the high temp protection using a heat gun. There we go. Let's see if it starts again. And we're back. Let's do it again. And it cut the charging. Nice. So high temp protection is a pass. Usually is. Let's try the low temp protection using compressed air. And we're not getting a reading. Let's check the app. So when I increased the charging current to above 5 amps, the cold temp protection is working. That's pretty interesting. Now, the BMS is a sophisticated thing. We can try it one more time, but as you can see on the app, going down to minus 30 degrees Celsius, and with a 5 amp charge, the cold temp protection kicks in, but it's not kicking in at about 1 amp charge. We got something to do with the heating function overriding the temperature protection. Anyway, if it's below freezing and it's getting a decent charge, the BMS will first heat the cells and then it will start the charging cycle, as it were. Alright, so in essence, the cold and high temp protection is a pass. Let's put everything back together again. So, all in all, the Redodo 12.8 volt 100 amp hour battery passed all my tests and is, in my opinion, a really good battery. Without field testing, of course. This is a first impression kind of thing. But it supports low temperature charging protection. The BMS stops the battery charging when the battery temperature falls below 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and resumes charging when the temperature rises above 5 degrees Celsius or 41 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll leave affiliate links in the description below. Any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one.